Anyway, I see
Hey,
Mr.
welcome everybody.
Photon
Thanks for
is
joining me.
here.
It's Mr. Reality and psychic medium Liz Cross with our special guest co-host, Mr. Photon, because Mr. Reality has to go Christmas shopping. So I'll be back and everybody have a wonderful time. And I will see you
Thank you.
next week after Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to
Yeah,
everybody.
happy
And I look
Thanksgiving.
forward to listening to the video and seeing what we covered.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you so much. Have
All right.
fun.
Bye, everybody.
All right.
Uh,
Mr. Photon, are you there?
I am here. Good morning, everybody.
Oh, wow. This will be fun. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and including you, Mr. Photon, even though you're not in the States. So,
Yeah.
um, do they do Thanksgiving down there at all? Is there any spillover?
No, not where I am, but in other parts of Mexico, there would be like in the northern states, but not here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would have thought, there was some sort of overlap somewhere
There's
because,
another
there's,
holiday that happens at this time,
oh,
but it's
what's
not
the
thanks.
holiday?
Revolution Day.
Revolution Day. Wow. They always have so many holidays down there.
Always something.
Really? A reason to party?
Oh yeah, multiple.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, so let me just recap a couple of things while we're waiting. Thanks for filling in today, by the way.
Sure.
Um, so we did some CTT sessions over the weekend. Today, actually, what we're going to work on is, there's a couple of choices here. One is the ability to regulate our emotions, because if you're able to regulate your emotions, you're not so highly traumatized and making knee-jerk reactions. So instead of being reactive, you're more thinking about the choices that you're making. There's also a couple of things that happened. So the first thing that happened was the ADHD guy in our group. He's great, right? And he didn't mind if we shared this. So we got another session in this weekend. And you remember last week we got gossip, 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 because his culture is very gossipy where he grew up. And everybody's in and out of the house, gossiping all the time, right? And it was highly traumatizing to him. It created a lot of anxiety, and what happened was his brain wired up for ADHD, right? So he wasn't born with ADHD. He wired himself up for survival to become ADHD. So there's a distinct lack of focus, very difficult for him. So that's what we got last weekend. Well, this weekend, going back into the session or going into another session, but it kind of linked itself to that session last week, which was his anxiety levels are so off the charts that ADHD and anxiety, they're best friends. Okay. ADHD cannot survive without anxiety. And we got that so clearly. So the more you take down your anxiety levels, there's nothing to feed the ADHD. So the anxiety is feeding the ADHD, right? If the anxiety is not there, you pretty much won't have ADHD. Now, you all know how to do this. Those of you that have been with us for a long time, the CTT Hardcore Warriors, right? You know this. You know how to take down your anxiety using the CTT. Of course, you can always scale it. Oh my gosh, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is my anxiety right now? Okay. And then you tap it down. Don't forget to open and close responsibly. Okay. You can tap it down. Now, you can also, you need to find the reason behind why that anxiety is present in your life. And there's always going to be a reason. So for him, the gossiping, it made him really insecure about who he was because, it was like somebody comes in, they're gossiping about other people. They leave now. The family are gossiping about the people that just came. It's a cultural thing. However, as we know, gossip is so poisonous, right? Toxic. Ugh. So yeah, so that's why, and it made him unsure of himself, because if everybody is always talking about everybody and attacking each other behind their backs, well, of course I'm going to have anxiety because I don't feel safe, right? And not only that, the family would gossip about them too, right? Oh, well, you wouldn't believe what they did. Blah, 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 blah. And so there was this a need for the anxiety. And the anxiety was to always be on your guard, to always be on your toes, because you never knew what the day was going to be like. There was no real structure. There was no real, mom always wakes up in a good mood, dad's always happy. One minute mom could be happy, the next minute she could be unhappy, and there was no predictability in the behavior there. Okay, and that was from him as a baby. So of course his brain, he becomes anxiety ridden, and then of course his brain is wiring as you're growing, and it wires for ADHD. If the anxiety is not there, the ADHD is not there. So that is something that we learned over the weekend. The other thing that we learned yesterday, one of our girls, she's great. She's our nurse. We love our nurse, right? And the thing that she says, I just can't believe how asleep, and some, maybe not the word asleep, but how asleep most people are out there. Okay, and why they're not using modalities like the CTT, like Reiki, medicine, whatever it is, right? Emotion code, it's pendulum. Why they're not using modalities, why don't they factor this into the life plan as part of their ascension process and being able to process here on the earth plane, right? Well, as we looked into that, you can't really judge those people. And the reason you can't really judge them is this: their souls don't get it yet. Okay. Their souls still believe that they can do it on their own. And they're very kind of immature in that way. Not saying that there's anything wrong with them. They just haven't, on a soul level, come to the conclusion that, hey, my time to process is here on the earth plane. There's so many tools that are available, especially in the time that we live right now. Okay. I mean, seriously, you think they were processing like this in the dark ages? No, of course not. We are at the most optimum time that man has ever been exposed to with regards to tools and being able to explore different modalities to help you along here on the earth plane, right? But these souls, they don't see it like that. Their souls are very much like, I can do it myself. They haven't come to the point where, hey, I need some help, right? So you got to just be very forgiving and very understanding, and try not to judge them. And that was interesting, that point that we got. Now, the other thing that we got was that, thought forms do carry different vibrational levels. So even if you're, and the whole thing about staying positive, that's important, because the thoughts that you're putting out there, they do have vibrational levels. But if you're just putting it out there because you think that's what you should be doing, and the intention behind those thought forms is really like anger, revenge, hatred, negative feelings, then you're just going to cancel out any good that you're trying to put into the thought form, because it's the intention. It's the intention behind everything that you do. So if you're just out there, oh, smiley, smiley, staying positive, and you're dying on the inside, okay, that looks great to the others. And yes, you're probably having a positive effect on other people, but that vibrational level is still going to be canceling out any positive you put out there. Okay, now, lastly, this is why I love the CTT. Um, one of our hairdresser, I know she's here. I love our hairdresser too. Amazing. She's the one that says, "Oh, by the way, when I tap in the salon in front of all the mirrors, it really it really makes it so powerful, the CTT." So we learned that from her. Right. Okay. So we got into her CTT session yesterday, and it was like we were peeling off all these layers and layers and layers, and finally we got to one part, which is you're never truly happy. And what is it that makes you happy? And we couldn't find it. She didn't know, I didn't know, Spirit weren't willing to tell me. So then George, who's the creator of CTT, for those of you that are new, George directed me from Spirit to go to the lifetime of where she lost her happiness. And that was when she was first separated from Source, right? I couldn't believe it. We went all the way back there. And it was when I'm reconnected, when I'm connected to Source, I am truly, eternally happy. Now, bearing in mind at that point, you have no individuality, you've got no personality, you've got no characteristics, you are one with Source, but she felt exceptionally happy. When she was separated from Source, she looks back at Source, and I can see it very clearly. She looks back at Source and she says, "Where did my happiness go?" And all of her lifetimes, she has spent trying to get that happiness back, but it never works. Why? Because she is basing that comparison on how she felt when she was connected to Source, right? And let's face it, you can't get that kind of happiness being disconnected from Source. Not that we're ever truly disconnected, but being thrown out of the Source energy and saying, "Okay, go, be free, have fun," right? It just really doesn't work. It's not the same level of happiness. So what we did there is we kept tapping, 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 and we went through and we were continuing to tap down, and we got the information that she needs to either use CTT to reconnect to Source happiness. And how you do that is you bring that into your soul. Okay, you have to bring that into your soul. Well, how do you do that? You would do something to the effect of, and listen, it doesn't necessarily have to be happiness. It's whatever it works for you. So if it's that part of you that, you want to be happy, you want to have love, you want to have the ability to manifest, whatever, because Source can do all of those things, right? So if you connect to the Source energy of whatever it is you want, and you say something to the effect of, "There's a part of me that knows how to easily and joyfully manifest," and I'm going to use her, the optimum ability to connect with that Source happiness energy, and for it to come down to my soul and be connected at all times, right? Or something to that effect. That part of my being is willing to inform the rest of me now, right? So then you'd finish out the round. Now you could put that as part of your 369 method if you want to. Anyway, so that's what we uncovered at the weekend. I thought you guys would like that. Mr. Photon, are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, so let's ask this question. Do we want to do the ability to regulate our emotions? We're going to take a vote. Do we want to do the ability to regulate our emotions, which I think is really great, and we got that from 5-star, okay? The ability to regulate our emotions, or because it's Thanksgiving week, the ability to live in optimum gratitude. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put my vote in and say regulate emotions, but you guys go ahead and drop in the chat what you want. Hi, Nat.
My vote is for emotions.
Okay, emotion. Oh, it's pretty even. Okay, now we're getting the emotions in. Okay, let's go for the emotions. All right, so as always, if you are prone to CTT. Hopefully you are prone to the CTT. If you are prone to seizures, if you have a history of seizures, if you are on seizure medication, you are prone or predisposed to having seizures, do not attempt to do the CTT. Most likely it will trigger not one seizure, but probably seizures for a couple of days. It does have a knock-on effect. It does rewire the brain. Okay. Do not attempt to do the CTT. Okay. Secondly, once we open and you get through the opening, I ask that you do not leave till we close down fully. We are not responsible if we remove energy from you and you just decide I'm going to leave halfway through. What comes to you and happens to you in your life, I am not responsible for. Okay, because dark energy is much faster than light energy. Dark energy needs a host. It will come stick to you. It will. Trust me, it will. All right. So with that in mind, once we open, stay to close, no seizures. Let's go. Are you good, Mr. Photon?
Great.
Awesome. All right. Whew. What's the price of Bitcoin?
98,000, something like that.
98.
I had to
Didn't we
close
say
everything
that?
down. I had to close everything down so all the beeps and boops don't go off during this, right?
But didn't we say that? Didn't we say that? I said it was going to hover around 97, 98 for a while. It was going to take a while to get that push over 100. Is it going to happen this week? The over 100,000 mark, will it happen this week? It's getting close. I really think as we go into December, that's where it's going to really go past 100. All right, so let's go. Where you guys should be is where Mr. Photon is. All right, Mr. Photon, let's rock and roll. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
an optimum etheric pyramid,
an optimal etheric pyramid,
as well as
as well as
an optimum etheric Faraday cage
an optimum etheric Faraday cage
for the empowerment and protection of each one of us.
for the empowerment and protection of each one of us.
The part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
The part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath. And on the breath, I always just like to give gratitude. I don't know why, it's just a habit that I have. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Another thing we got over the weekend is when you manifest, okay, there's two ways of manifesting. So there's the intentional way of manifesting where it's already pre-written into your life plan and the soul had made sure it was there. That'll be there for a reason. But then we got another kind of manifesting where the universe sees your pain. This is more about what you need, not what you want. When you haven't written it into your contracts or your life plan. And what happens is the universe then goes digging around in your karma bank, your good karma bank, and then puts it into action. Okay. So we did pick up on two types of manifesting. Now, the good karma bank one and the universe really giving you what you need, right? That was quite rare. That was quite rare. But this part, it's our nurse again. She has a lot of good karma in her good karma bank. And she didn't know what to do. She didn't know where to turn. And of course, the universe worked its magic. But then there's other types of manifesting that she has. And she has a whole manifestation formula that she's put together over the years. If you want to drop that in the chat, that would be great. Like the things that you have to do in order to manifest something. Like the things that have to be present. She's so smart. So it would be great if you could share that with everybody, if you don't mind. Sorry about that. I put you on the spot. So yeah, I just thought that was neat. Okay. let's go for treasures. And if anybody doesn't know what's going on, please put your hand up or drop a line in the chat. Everybody's really helpful here. Okay. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the optimum ability to see,
the optimum ability to see,
recognize,
recognize,
use, and enjoy
use, and enjoy
the treasures in and all around us.
the treasures in and all around us.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
The part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
And the last one, which is, I think, the most important part, which is the optimum activation of all of our spiritual helpers and divine teams. This is how we're being responsible with the energy. Okay. A lot of energy healers, they don't do this. And it just, it's like, what? You've got to be kidding me. I always felt, even in the early stages of this CTT, I always felt that there was something kind of wrong. That we have to be responsible with the energy that we're removing. Yeah. So anyway, so this is how we're going to be responsible. Let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the optimum activation
the optimum activation
of all of our spiritual helpers and divine teams.
of all of our spiritual helpers and divine teams.
They will immediately take away any and all negative energy.
They will immediately take away any and all negative energy.
They will immediately transport it into the spirit world.
They will immediately transport it into the spirit world
And transmute it into white light positive karma back into the universe.
and transmute it into positive white light karma back into the universe.
The part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us and them now.
The part of our beings are willing to inform us and the rest of them now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
All right. How do you think we should word the ability to regulate our emotions we got to make sure it's like we don't want to just bury our emotions, right? Because that's not good.
Right. So we want to recognize them and let them be what they are so that that energy can flow.
Right. But we want to be able to regulate them as well. What do you think?
The optimum regulation and recognition of our emotions in a healthy and loving and joyful way.
Wonderful. I love that. Okay. So can you type that in the chat, please, so I can know what to say? My brain is like fried already. I woke up really early this morning, by the way. I always do, but I had to do laundry. Oh my God. Laundry is like the never-ending thorn in my side. All right. So let me get to the chat.
Hold on, I'm still typing. I type slow.
Oh, I don't see it.
There
Oh,
we go.
okay. The optimum ability to recognize and regulate our emotions in a healthy and loving way. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the optimum ability
the optimum ability
to recognize
to recognize
and regulate our emotions
and regulate our emotions
in a healthy and loving way
in a healthy and loving way
without any negative consequences.
without any negative consequences.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Did you get anything?
Something popped in, just thinking of like, what normally would happen is, how we would regulate our emotions in a non-healthy way would be to do those things that are bad habits, that we would default to, right? That would distract us even further from getting what we want.
Distractions, bad habits, yep. And like angry outbursts, like it just builds. It just keeps building.
Snowball.
Keeps building. Yeah, a snowball turns into an avalanche. I don't mind a dividend avalanche, but a angry emotion or emotional avalanche, no, thank you. Keeps building into a snowball and goes into an avalanche of unhealthy, unregulated emotions. All right. Awesome. And if you guys get anything, please make sure you drop it in the chat. I'm just asking, please try not to unmute yourselves because it starts really distracting me. And your cameras, you can have them on if you want to, but when I'm looking at somebody on the screen, I'm not focused. I'm like, are they tapping correctly, or are they doing this, or are they saying after me? I start, becoming teacher like. Okay, so let's keep going. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
We don't have the ability to regulate.
We don't have the ability to regulate.
Our brains are not compatible or wired in that way.
Our brains are not compatible and wired in that way.
Emotions keep building into a snowball.
Emotions keep building into a snowball.
And eventually it goes into an avalanche of unhealthy, unregulated emotions.
And eventually it goes into an avalanche of unhealthy and unregulated emotions.
And what else is there? I'm sorry.
The distraction is too much, like a magnetic force drawing me away from what I need to do.
The distraction is too much. It's like a magnetic force drawing me away from what I need to do. I don't want to address my emotions.
The bitterness is too much.
The bitterness is too much. I don't want to go back there.
I get an analysis by paralysis. Or is that the right way to say it? Paralysis by analysis.
I get analysis by paralysis. I like that. What else?
Procrastination will always draw me away.
Procrastination will always draw me away. I don't want to feel those emotions.
I don't want to feel those emotions.
I've worked hard at running away and burying them my entire life.
I've worked hard at running away and burying them my entire life.
What else?
This is frustrating. I don't know
This
how to break out of this cycle.
this is frustrating. I don't know how to break out of this cycle. This is confusing.
This is confusing.
This is unlike me.
This is totally unlike me.
I'm used to having emotional outbursts.
I'm used to having emotional outbursts.
My emotions completely control me.
My emotions completely control me.
I have no way to control them.
I have no way to control them.
Anything else?
I avoid confrontation in order not to process emotions.
I avoid confrontation in order to avoid having to process emotions. Sorry. What else?
My unresolved angers and fears are too high, stacked up forever.
My unresolved anger and fears is too high. It's stacked up. I can possibly get through the entire pile. What else? Anything else?
This fear and anxiety hangs over me like a cloud that will never stop raining on me.
This fear and anxiety hangs over me like a cloud and it never stops raining on me. That's a good one. I can resonate with that. Anything else? We'll finish this round out.
Okay.
All right. The part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
The part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission,
Healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Ooh, I am not worthy. What did you get?
Yeah, I think I also got that as well.
Ooh,
Maybe like I'm not not only am I not worthy, but I'm scared of, showing what I think that has worth.
what I think that has worth. Can you give me an example? Like, I guess
Like
maybe.
your talents or your gifts or whatever how you're expressing yourself. Your
Oh, yes. Any emotional expression. That's a good one. Expressions through talents or gifts. I keep them hidden. Oh, good, good, good. Oh, and just as I said that, my throat got tight. Good job. All right. Let's keep going. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
I am heartbroken.
I am heartbroken.
I don't let others see my pain.
I don't let others see my pain.
It's a form of weakness.
It's a form of weakness.
I am not worthy.
I am not worthy.
And what was it you said?
I'm afraid to share my talents and gifts and express myself.
I'm afraid to share my talents and gifts and to express myself through emotional creativity. I'm angry.
I'm angry.
I'm passive aggressive. Oh my God.
Passive aggressive.
I don't let others know what I'm thinking or feeling.
I don't let others know what I'm thinking or feeling. It's the
They
only
will use it.
they will use it
Sorry.
against me.
They will use it against me. That's what I was getting. Oh my God. What else?
It's the only way I know how to protect myself.
It's the only way I know how to protect myself. I live in a state of confusion trying to guess others' emotions.
I live in a state of confusion trying to guess others' emotions.
That is how they manipulate me.
That is how they manipulate me.
I am breadcrumbed.
I am breadcrumbed.
I am gaslighted or gaslit, whatever.
I am gaslighted.
Other people have complete control over my emotions.
Other people have complete control over my emotions,
I
and
cannot regulate them.
I cannot regulate them.
They know which buttons to push,
They know which buttons to push,
and they activate them all the time.
and they activate them all the time.
They're always trying to get a rise out of me,
They're always trying to get a rise out of me,
and I play right into their hands.
and I play right into their hands.
I am responsible for how others think and feel.
I am responsible for how others think and feel.
What else?
I always fall short of the finish line.
I always fall short of the finish line. That's a good one. Yeah.
I was not allowed to express and transform my emotions.
I was not allowed to express and transform my emotions.
My family ritualistically sabotaged my joy, and I feel guilty feeling joy.
Oh my goodness. My family ritualistically sabotaged my joy. And what was
And
the rest?
and I feel guilty feeling my joy in life.
Ooh, I feel guilty feeling my joy in life. The only recognition I get is when I self-deprecate.
The only recognition I get is when I self-deprecate.
No one wants to see me happy.
No one wants to see me happy. No
This is,
one, sorry,
no, go
no,
ahead.
no one listens to me.
No one listens to me. They don't care how I think or feel.
They don't care how I think or feel.
That's where I want to say, I'm forced to do Christmas. No, that's a joke. What else? Anything else?
Uh, I've been ignored, so I self-sabotage myself for years.
I've been ignored, so I self-sabotage myself. I engage in dangerous behaviors.
I engage in dangerous behaviors.
My
I,
hormones are out of control.
my hormones are out of control.
I need medication to regulate my emotions.
I need medication to regulate my emotions.
What else?
I'm not allowed to show emotion.
I'm not allowed to show emotion.
I'm out of touch with my emotions and inner child.
I am out of touch with my emotions and my inner child. I disconnected from my emotions a long time ago,
I disconnected from my emotions a long time ago,
and I'm constantly looking to fill that void.
and I'm constantly looking to fill that void.
Let's finish this one out and then we'll go into another round.
Okay.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it. It is done.
I got the emotions of others are more important to me than mine. So what did you get?
Feeling like tingling in my brain, almost like it's like heating up or something. I'm not sure.
That's
My
great.
brain is in the microwave.
That's great. Okay, so that's a natural, as you know, Mr. Photon, that's a natural feeling in the CTT. That means you're rewiring. So if anybody's feeling that buzzing, that sort of hot spots, or like Mr. Photon said, the microwave, your brain feels like it's being microwaved, right? That's because the brain is rewiring, even as we're doing this, and it will continue to rewire after the session. I got the motions of others are more important than my own.
Right. Put myself before others. I put myself before others, and it's a virtue.
I put myself before put others before myself.
Oh yeah, sorry. That's what I mean.
Yeah, no, I know. But see, that's what happens when you get into the CTT. See how difficult it is to stay focused when you're going through the journey? It's hard.
Oh, it is. Yeah, absolutely. And then I'm trying to read the chat and then I forget that I'm doing this on, you know what I mean? I think I'm in the audience still.
You're so funny. Yeah. So when Ronan starts to detach his consciousness and it's floating and he comes out with all sorts, that's why. It's not easy. I don't know why I'm able to stay focused, honestly, but I guess because I'm the one that's tuning. I don't know. Who knows? I just am. Thank God. All right. Let's keep going. If you get anything, drop it in the chat. We'll read it off. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal
let go and heal
the emotions of others
the emotions of others
are more important to me
are more important to me
than my own.
than my own.
I can't deal with my own,
I can't deal with my own,
but I can deal with the emotions of others.
but I can deal with the emotions of others.
I think that by helping them process,
I think that by helping them process,
I am processing within myself.
I am processing within myself.
I am totally selfless.
I am totally selfless,
And I think that's going to help me on my ascension path.
and I think that's going to help me in my ascension path.
What else?
Mm. I am spiritually bypassing my own feelings for,
Uh,
not sure how to
yeah,
word it, but you get me.
that's good. I'm spiritually bypassing my own feelings. And I'm sorry, what was the rest of that?
I don't know what the rest of it was for my, I'm
Okay.
spiritually bypassing to avoid my own emotions.
Yes, I'm bypassing to avoid my own emotions. Going back there is a scary place.
Going back there is a scary place.
Skeletons in my closet.
There are skeletons in my closet and I don't want to look at them.
And I don't want to look at them. I don't want to revisit them.
I don't want to revisit them.
I don't want to remember the heartache and pain.
I don't want to remember the heartache and pain.
I blocked all that out of my life.
I've locked all that out of my life.
That is good enough for me.
That's good enough for me.
It doesn't matter if I can't ascend.
It doesn't matter if I can't ascend.
Processing is unimportant.
Processing is unimportant.
I
It's easy.
don't want anyone to see those emotions.
I don't want anyone to see those emotions.
I would scare them.
It would scare them.
What else?
I don't like to be vulnerable.
I don't like to be vulnerable. I
I'm,
misbehave frequently. I don't know where that came from.
I misbehave frequently.
What else?
I'm scared at how people will look at me when I show my true emotions.
I'm scared of how people will look at me if I show my true emotions. What else?
I'm scared of how people will perceive me if I take off the mask.
Ooh, I'm scared how people will perceive me if they knew the true me, if I take off the mask.
I will move forward quickly and just figure it all out later, much later.
I will move forward quickly and hopefully figure it all out much later.
I can't share my, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I can't share my emotions with anyone because they will judge, gossip, and try to put their beliefs on me.
I cannot show my emotions to anyone. They will judge, gossip, and put their beliefs on me. They will give us unsolicited advice.
I'm afraid of my emotions and anger because they can do great damage.
Ooh, I'm afraid of my emotions and anger because they can do great damage. I have no healthy outlet to express these emotions.
I have no healthy outlet to express these emotions.
I run and hide. I disappear.
I run and hide. I disappear.
I avoid people when I am going through emotional turmoil.
I avoid people when I'm going through emotional turmoil.
I
It's
don't
easy.
want them to see me.
I don't want them to see me.
Mhm.
It's easier just being by myself.
It's easier just being by myself. Then nobody has to know the real me.
Nobody has to know the real me.
I don't like the real me.
I don't like the real
I
me.
hate the real me.
I hate the real me.
I wish I wasn't me.
I wish I wasn't me.
I try so hard to be someone else.
I try so hard to be someone else.
Anything else?
I am out of touch and out of time.
I am out of touch and I am out of time.
My anger terrifies me because my family never apologized when they were angry.
Ooh, my anger terrifies me. My family never apologized me when exhibiting unhealthy emotions.
My stomach is crying.
My stomach is cracked,
Crying.
crying. My stomach is crying. I'm an emotional wreck.
I put on a strong, happy face, and I don't want them to see how sad I've become.
I've put on a strong, happy face, and I don't want them to see how sad I've become.
Being emotional is seen as weakness.
Being emotional is seen as weakness. The lack of emotional control is always my go-to excuse.
The lack of emotional control is always my go-to excuse.
It's a free pass to misbehave.
It's a free pass to misbehave.
Let's finish this round out.
Yep.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
The part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
And so be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
I'm giggling because I play hide and seek with my emotions. But who's counting and who's going to find and who's hiding?
Right.
Oh my God. What did you get?
I don't know. I was like deep into feeling all those emotions. Let's see.
Oh, a knuckle sandwich.
Yeah, those aren't fun.
Stored emotions. Okay, everybody needs to know this. I'm sure you all do now. Stored emotions, and somebody brought this up, so well done. Manifest themselves as diseases and chronic health conditions.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing. If we don't process our emotions, they will come out. And you don't want them coming out as disease or damage to the body, right?
That's
Because
the physical manifestation you don't want.
yeah, exactly. That's what happens. It wears down the organs. Senior manifester. I think that's how you say it. Senior manifester, and we've got to get him back in for more sessions. And we will. He went through organs in his body, just removing the emotions, and he felt better.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Amazing.
There's a qigong practice where you breathe into all of your organs and you like bring qi into your organs. So something similar maybe. And then each organ has an emotion attached to it as well.
Yeah, because if you don't process, they have to go somewhere. It's still energy, and that energy will wear down the organs, or manifest themselves into all kinds of things, right? It's so bizarre how that works. It's like they will come out, right? They will come out.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was taking a drink of coconut water.
Mm.
All right. I'm out of kombucha this morning. I told my husband, I was like, please go get me some kombucha. I can't make it without kombucha. All right, let's keep going.
Yep.
We haven't hit the bullseye yet, but my throat is not tight.
Yeah, mine's
So,
not as bad as it was either.
yeah, it seems to just be flowing, right? Which is
Yeah.
good. But who knows? We may get tight throats in a minute. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
I play hide and seek with my emotions.
I play hide and seek with my emotions.
My emotional responses scare me.
My emotional responses scare me.
They are terrifying to others.
They are terrifying to others.
I just prefer to store them in and around the body.
I just prefer to store them in and around the body.
I'll worry about their manifestations later.
I'll worry about their manifestations later.
What else?
I feel blindfolded.
I feel blindfolded. Yes. I wear a suit of armor.
I wear a suit of armor.
Nobody is getting inside.
Nobody is getting inside.
I am cold and disconnected.
I am cold and disconnected.
It's just enough to survive this relationship
It's just enough to survive this relationship
on a day-to-day basis,
on a day-to-day basis,
and I have no time for self-worth.
and I have no time for self-worth.
What else?
It took me centuries to build this armor. How could I ever dismantle it in this one?
Oh, it took me centuries to build this armor. How could I ever dismantle it at this point?
Who would I be if I dismantled my armor?
Who would I be if I dismantled my armor? I'm on the road to nowhere and I don't even care.
I'm on the road to nowhere and I don't even care.
I'm in self-destruct mode.
I'm in self-destruct mode.
What else?
I hurt myself before someone else can hurt me.
I hurt myself before someone else can hurt me. Yes.
I am the invisible man or woman.
I am the invisible man, woman, person. Yeah. What else?
I feel like I have all of my ancestors' emotions and baggage.
Yeah. I feel like I am carrying all of my ancestors' emotional baggage. Yes, I am paying for their karmic debt. Their story has become my story,
Their story has become my story.
and it's not one that I am proud of.
Mm. I'm afraid if I tell people my story, they will run the other way.
I'm afraid if I tell people my story, they will run the other way. I will no longer be admired.
I will no longer be admired.
It's like a horror show.
Like a horror show.
Oh my God, that's so funny. What else? I don't know how to connect to my guides and team.
I don't know how to connect to my guides and team.
I don't know how to isolate emotions and regulate them.
I don't know how to isolate emotions and regulate them.
I'm just permanently in standby mode.
All of my negative emotions funnel into my vices.
All of my negative emotions funnel into my vices. I'm always waiting for someone to launch the next attack.
I'm always waiting for someone to launch the next attack. I'm constantly walking on eggshells.
I'm constantly walking on eggshells. I can't worry about me.
I can't worry about me.
I'm just trying to survive.
I'm just trying to survive.
Anything else?
I'm afraid of making mistakes.
I'm afraid of making mistakes.
I don't know when people are being sincere or are they gaslighting me.
I don't know when people are being sincere or if they are gaslighting me. I'm a poor judge of character,
I'm a poor judge of character,
and I cannot gauge emotional response on others' faces.
and I cannot gauge emotional response in other spaces.
I express myself inappropriately,
I express myself inappropriately,
and then I'm embarrassed.
and then I'm embarrassed.
I always say the wrong things.
I always seem to say the wrong things.
Anything else?
I don't, my emotions are out of whack. My belief system, sorry.
Sorry,
Yeah.
my emotions are out of whack, and what's the rest?
My belief systems are definitions are, all right. My belief systems and definitions are going against my natural self, my divine light.
My belief systems and my
Definitions.
and my
Definitions.
definitions, thank you, are going against my natural self. I let others define me.
I let others define me.
They dictate who and what I am.
They dictate who and what I am.
All right, let's finish this round out. And tight throat has now appeared. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
The part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Okay, the tight throat is here. I'm like, you took your time. Normally you show up in the first round. All right. What did you get, Mr. Photon? Anything?
My jaw is now tight, for sure.
Okay, as long as you're not having a heart attack on us.
No.
Let's go in. Let's see what's causing this. It's too much. It's too much. Like, okay, so I think we were taken down a path I didn't think we would end up on today. But what we seem to be getting is that very clear to me during the session today is it's how we're dealing with our emotions is we're pushing them down, right? Because we kept getting, if I show myself, if I show my creativity, if this, if that, this is how we're regulating our emotions on a mass scale. Well, that's not sufficient, right? Because then as we found out, they're stored in the body and then it manifests itself in other ways. And what I'm getting when I tune into your jaw, it's just, and everybody else in my throat as well, it's like, it's just too painful to go there, right? I just don't want to go there. This is how I've learned to live, by not acknowledging these emotions.
Yep.
Now, when we first came across this as a possible CTT session, it was really about not overreacting to things and not allowing the emotions to control us in such a way that we end up highly traumatized. But what we're finding in this session is that this is how we're regulating. We're not even addressing them. And that's not good. I'm glad we found that, because obviously you need to address them first before you try to control them, have control over them, and them not have control over you, right?
Yeah, if you don't know that they're there, how can you do something about it?
Exactly. So this is where we are. We may have to do this one again, because step one is really bringing them out. And step two is, okay, now that I know that they're there, how do I control them? We're not even at step two with a group. We're way back in, the dark ages. Step one, like caveman time, grunting and just whatever. Like that's how we're dealing with it. So yeah, I'm getting, it's just too painful to go there. So let's see if we can clear this out. And if you guys get anything, drop it in the chat for sure. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
Let go and heal.
Let go and heal.
It's just too painful to recognize these emotions.
It's just too painful to recognize these emotions.
I do not allow them time and space or energy in my life.
I don't allow them time and space and energy in my life.
I push them down and shove them away.
I push them down and shove them away.
That is how I have learned to control myself and my emotions.
That's how I learned to control myself and my emotions.
That is my definition of self-regulation.
That is my definition of self-regulation.
What else?
I never knew the names of feelings or what feelings were.
I never knew the names of feelings or what they were. I cannot label them. I don't recognize them.
It keeps us out of arguments with others who are closed off.
It keeps us out of arguments with others who are closed off. Ignoring my emotions means a peaceful existence.
Ignoring my emotions means a peaceful existence.
Oh, I
I
felt that relief. What else?
I don't care if I don't grow. I'll just stay here and always be the same.
I don't care if I don't grow. I will just stay here and always be the same. I like my life as it is. I don't see the reason to change it.
I like my life as it is. I don't see a reason to change it.
Now the tight throat is back again. Okay, what else?
Sorry. uh, hmm. It keeps us out of arguments with others who are closed off.
It keeps us out of other arguments with others who are closed off. I
I'm,
have fear. Fear is my primary emotion,
Fear is my primary emotion,
and that is what controls and rules my life.
and that is what controls and rules my life.
It has always been this way.
It has always been this way.
That is the only emotion that I allow to have space in my life.
That is the only emotion I allow to have space in my life.
I don't know what it's like to be loved.
I don't know what it's like to be loved.
I've never felt loved or cared for.
I've never felt loved or cared for.
I am devoid of self-love.
I am devoid of self-love.
I cannot think for myself.
I cannot think for myself.
I cannot feel for myself.
I cannot feel for myself.
I just go through the motions each and every day.
I just go through the motions each and every day.
I exist, but I don't live.
I exist, but I don't live.
I'm scared to face the truth.
I'm scared to face the truth.
Ah, now I felt that leave. Okay, anything else?
I can't relate to anyone.
I can't relate to anyone. They don't understand me or my emotions.
I don't enjoy life. I am on autopilot.
I don't enjoy life. I am on autopilot. Good job. What else?
I won't
Actually,
expose, sorry,
go on. Sorry.
I won't expose how vulnerable I am to anyone.
I won't expose how vulnerable I am to anyone. I am just in survival mode.
I am just in survival mode.
It's what I know and it's what I do best.
It's what I know and it's what I do best.
As long as I survive, that is sufficient.
As long as I survive, that is sufficient. I keep myself on burnout mode. So I
I
never,
keep myself on burnout mode.
so I,
Mhm.
ne I never stop. So I never have to stop and deal with anything.
So I never have to stop and deal with anything. That is how I control my emotions.
That is how I control my emotions.
Ah, there we go. That left. Thank God. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. And I'm going to say a line here, which is I self-abuse when I start to experience my emotions. And I felt that leave. There you go. Now we're lighter. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it. It is done.
Even my dog barked at that one. All right. I feel better now. I feel lighter. It worked. It had to be when that last line, I was like, we're still not getting it. And it was that last line of when I start to feel these emotions, I self-abuse. So that's one way people push them back down. I'm sure we all do that at some level. All right, let's tap to close. Okay. I'm sorry this is running a little late. So easily and joyfully manifest optimum guidance, positive emotional fulfillment, gratitude, self-love, self-forgiveness. We add that one in now. And the optimum ability to acknowledge our emotions in a safe and healthy way. Okay, very, very important. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
optimum guidance,
optimum guidance,
positive emotional fulfillment,
positive emotional fulfillment,
gratitude,
gratitude,
self-love,
self-love,
self-forgiveness,
self-forgiveness,
and the optimum ability
and the optimum ability
to experience all of our emotions
to experience all of our emotions
and to process them
and to process them
in a safe and healthy way.
in a safe and healthy way.
In all of those wonderful spaces we just opened up,
In all of those wonderful spaces that we just opened up,
that part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
that part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it. It is done.
All right. Well, great. Mr. Photon, you did a great job. Thank you